Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Good morning. Who's excited? Awesome. Who's excited that they didn't have to sit through the many, many rehearsals to do that Heisman move I just learned? It literally took like hours, so. Good morning. My name is Nick, and I'm the CEO of Gainsight. Before I begin my presentation, I want to tell you a story from my childhood. My father was a longtime technology executive and entrepreneur, and I still remember the lesson he taught me years ago. He said, "Son, in business, you either make the product or you sell it. Otherwise, you're overhead." Perhaps the bad, fake Southern accent is just a figment of my bad memory, but the words stayed with me as I started my career in enterprise software. And I saw how true his advice was. It was hard for customers to switch products. So once you got sold the customer and got paid up front, your job was basically done. Fast forward to my first role in SaaS as the freshly minted CEO of LiveOffice 7 years ago. My first instinct, listening to the voice from my dad in my head, was to focus on closing deals, and that we did. And heck, our company claimed a 97% retention rate, so I figured it would be smooth sailing. What I didn't realize is every company claims a 90-something% retention rate, including probably many of you. And number two, customer retention doesn't just take care of itself. It takes a lot of work. Eventually, I learned that sales was only the beginning of the story in SaaS and recurring revenue. Managing retention, renewals, references, and everything else that recurring revenue required was a huge part of my day as a CEO. Working alongside our awesome client services team. In SaaS, product and sales aren't enough. And for once, I learned that my dad's advice was wrong. Well, that was not the only time. But after a happy ending to the story with the sale of our company to Symantec, I met Gainsight. And when I heard about the opportunity to join this massive customer success movement, it was a no-brainer. So welcome to Pulse 2013, where you help to shape the future of the customer success industry and where all of your dreams come true, or at least all of your dreams about customer success, which hopefully are not most of your dreams. My purpose in this opening presentation is to get you as excited as I am about today's journey. So excited that you yourself would be willing to put on the football helmet and run on stage. We'll test it at the end of the day. In this kickoff, we're going to cover three things. First, why is now the time for the event? Second, who's here today? Who is the audience? And third, what's in store for the rest of the day? So let's go. So why are we here today? Business models are changing. Whether pay per month, pay per click, or pay per compute, customers are getting more freedom and more choice, and that's great. What that means is customer success is changing from a CEO press conference line to a fundamental part of the bottom line. At the end of the day, customer success is actually part of a business model now. But this is new stuff. Where do we find CSMs? How does customer success relate to the rest of the company? And how do we measure customer success? Each of us is solving these problems all on our own. And we're here today because we're stronger together in helping to plot the course for our business and our customers. So united we stand. So who is we? Who is here today? First, we are Gainsight, and we're just here to pay the likely huge bar tab at the end of the day. Hopefully they accept Bitcoin. Otherwise, we're kind of in trouble. We might go around full of donation hat or something. At Gainsight, we build technology to help companies drive customer success. But we know technology is only part of the story. Second, we is a roster of leaders across world-class recurring revenue companies, here to share with you what they've learned about customer success. And if I have to say so myself, that's a good-looking group up there. Excited to hear from all the presenters. Most importantly, we is all of you, from companies big and small, along this voyage to success. Each of you can see your logo up there. It's pretty amazing to see this audience, so thank you. So what are we going to cover today? First and foremost, we've set today up to allow you to get to know each other and share what you've learned along this journey to customer success. We have a mobile app that you can download. The information is on your badge, and it'll let you connect with your peers in the audience. We have a networking lunch where each of you are at tables, and you'll actually be able to discuss topics related to customer success. And we have some questions to prompt the discussion. And we have a cocktail hour where the real truth will be revealed later tonight. Second, we're going to look at customer success from every possible lens. So using the shutter shades on your table and the ones on my eyes that would make Kanye West proud, we will analyze customer success from the standpoint of sales, IT, finance, investors. What do they all think of customer success? And even your CEOs. Not that you really have to pay attention to your CEOs. They don't matter that much. We'll actually close the day with a session of CEOs talking about customer success, including Aaron Levy, the CEO of Box. Aaron actually just came from a conference where he was interviewed alongside John Chambers, the CEO of Cisco, so we're very excited to have him. Tien Zhu, the CEO of Zuora, and Chris Cabrera, the CEO of Xactly, all being interviewed about what CEOs think of customer success. And no matter what, you will look cooler in those shutter shades than I did in Google Glasses recently. This is me in Google Glasses in an airport. In the afternoon, your peers will lead lively discussions about managing CSM teams, driving renewals and upsells, optimizing surveys, measuring customer success, and once again, dealing with all those pesky CEOs. And so some really detailed, hands-on topics that we're very excited to share with you. As you can tell from the opening video, at Gainsight, we think work is way too fun to take it seriously. As such, throughout the day, we have ample amounts of laughter and liquor, which go very, very well together. And so hopefully you get to enjoy both. And if you like what you hear at any point during the presentations, use the noisemakers on your table. Let's test them out here. Let's see if they work. Try the noisemaker out. You guys can hear. Excellent. So, and throughout the day, if you hear something great, please do give the presenter some recognition. And if you love what you hear, tweet about it. We actually have a contest at the end of the day using this hashtag where we're going to pick the 3 best tweets from the day that were tweeted under this hashtag. And we're actually going to give them 3 Pebble watches. Pebble is an internet-connected watch that syncs with your iPhone or Android device. Very, very cool. And the only way to look cooler than having internet-enabled glasses like I did in that previous photo is to also have an internet-enabled watch. Then you really look like a stud. So actually, maybe you need to add the 2-way pager on your belt, and then you're really rocking. I'll work on that later. And to bribe you to stay the whole day, because I know many of you have lots of things to do, we're also giving away an iPad mini at the end of the conference. So prizes throughout the day. And just like my kids' soccer team, everyone wins a prize, including the tumbler in your bag. Hopefully all of you got the tumbler. And just in case you didn't know, tumblers are actually worth $1 billion now. So you guys are all rich. You can thank me later. So before I finish my presentation, let me leave you with one final thought. If my father turned the table and asked me for advice, which never happens, I would tell him what I'm going to tell you now. In the new economy, it's not about sales, and it's not about product. It's just about customer success.